Extraction shooters have been blowing up over the recent years. You've got Escape from Tarkov that comes with that hardcore realistic shooter genre. You had DMZ that was a much more casual style with a Call of Duty spin on it. You also had my beloved Cycle Frontier that tried to make a sci-fi shooter that was built for the ages, but sadly that deteriorated pretty quickly. But none of them really feel complete in my opinion. They're all missing something incredibly special, whether it's replayability, balance, content updates, or just really cool in-game events. That's where I believe Marathon comes into the picture. Bungie isn't just making another extraction shooter, they're building something smarter, deeper, and way more stylish. And they've got a significant history to back it up. These are the developers that made Halo and Destiny, some of the best games of all time, not including Destiny 2, because we just pretend that didn't exist. But Marathon is shaping up to be the first true evolution on the looter shooter extraction genre. It's got high stakes looting, PvPvE combat, no safe zones, a raid style endgame, and a world that changes based on what the community does. So in this video, I'm going to be breaking down why Marathon is going to be the #1 extraction shooter out there and why it might completely shift the genre as we know it. Give me your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe and let's hop into it. So let's start with the elephant in the room, Bungie's Pedigree. These are the minds that built modern FPS combat. Halo literally laid the foundation for so many great games, and Destiny perfected the feel that they brought from Halo. The guns in Destiny, first of all, have some of the best mechanics I've ever seen in a game. They are amazing, and there are so much variability and variety to them. And don't even get me started on the gunplay, which I believe feels absolutely amazing, and that wasn't an accident. Bungie put serious time into the feel of every weapon, every movement, and every animation, at least in Destiny 1. Now imagine that absolute expertise injected into an extraction looter shooter, where literally every little decision you make matters significantly. The precision of Destiny meets the risk-reward ratio of Tarkov. That's a formula literally built for domination. Plus, you know Bungie knows how to make live service games. They know how to update, balance, and evolve a game over time. They've done it for years with Destiny, Destiny 2, and that means Marathon won't be a one-and-done drop. It just can't be. It's built for the long game. Now we're going to talk about the setting of this game, Tau Ceti 4. It's not just a cool, hip name. It's a colony gone dark, overrun, and forgotten until now. You play as a runner, a cybernetic merc plugged into a completely broken world. You're not just looting for cash, you're scavenging for data. You're chasing mysteries and you're trying to survive whatever's lurking out there. The world design? Don't even get me started because it is stunning. This has neon-soaked skylines, surreal interiors, amazing architecture. This isn't just a grounded military sim. This is a video game. Map design is literally going to be built around storytelling because, as we know, Bungie has incredible lore. Nobody, and I mean literally nobody, does it like Bungie lore-wise. If you play Destiny, you already know the lore goes very deep. It's not just cutscenes and dialogues. It's baked into the weapons, into the world design. There's hidden messages, there's raid encounters, there's terminals, there's ghost stories, and I could go on and on and on. There is so much lore, it is unbelievable. With Marathon, they have the same goal in mind. The fall of Tau Ceti 4 isn't just background noises, there are layers to this. We'll obviously uncover it through different audio logs, gameplay events, a ton of different stories that are dug deep into the game. But this is key. There will be major events in the game that will influence the lore completely. If you guys know in Destiny 2, if you're the world's first group to complete a raid, you get a raid belt. It's sick, gets delivered to your house. It's like a WWE belt that says, hey, I'm the world's first to complete this raid. And that's exactly what Marathon's gonna do. They're gonna have raids and events, but in an extraction looter shooter that are gonna be mind-blowingly insane, and we have to figure out these clues. It's gonna be unbelievable, and I'm sure it's gonna be all dug deep with lore. Now we gotta talk some combat here, because that's everyone's favorite thing. Let's talk PvPvE. You're not just dropping into a zone to kill other players. No, that's not it. You're navigating an evolving sandbox full of unpredictable enemies, environmental hazards, live objectives, and other player squads. Now you might be fighting a player squad and then some huge AI shows up and then you get third partied. And this brings me back to Apex Legends because I know the movement's pretty similar to that and we'll talk about that later in the video. But if you play Apex, you know about third parties. But the source of this is fighting players, bosses, AIs, all types of different things. You can literally make the call on what you do. It's your world to conquer. This is going to add tension, chaos, and some strategy. It's going to feel organic. Bungie says their goal is to make every match feel like a story, and that means giving you the opportunity to make decisions that truly matter. Now, one thing we have to talk about is the gameplay loop, because it is literally pure adrenaline. This is where the game is going to absolutely shine. You load in with the kit. Like every other extraction looter shooter, you make that kit, you choose what to bring in. You want to do a 0 to hero run with a pistol and nothing else? Go for it. Because again, skill is what kills in this game. This isn't like Tarkov, where if you have bad bullets for someone with great armor, you're not even going to have a chance at winning. You always have a chance to outmaneuver your opponents. And this is what I loved in an old game called The Cycle Frontier, because, I mean, the game is dead. It's gone with the wind. It's absolutely out of our sights. But if you had the best armor in the game, you could still die to a white kit. You could still die to the lowest kit in the game just off of skill. And that's what you need in a game like this. You could be in for 20 minutes in a game, kill 2 squads, loot the rarest blueprint in the game, and then on the evac, you die to a rat. And that's okay. That's a looter extraction shooter. That's the part of the game. Bungie also confirmed Destiny-style raids inside the game, which is absolutely massive, and we have to speak about that more. These are absolutely huge PvE encounters that we will see in raid. We don't know exactly how they will work, but they could be a 1-squad event, they could be a multi-squad event, it could be something where you all work together, or where 1 squad fights everything else. We do not know. Combine all of these things with seasonal events, evolving objectives, different traders, different trader quests. This is going to give you a gameplay loop that involves high risk, high reward, and incredibly high emotions. Now, one of the biggest things I've seen about this game is the art style. The art style is something we've never seen before. It's like a sci-fi, blocky, weird genre that I've honestly never seen in a game before in my life. And a lot of people have been complaining about it, saying, oh, I'd love for this to be a single-player game with an immersion on this aspect of the evolved gunplay. What are you talking about? This is going to be the greatest looter extraction shooter of all time, and you have to understand what that means. This genre has been taken over by Escape from Tarkov. Delta Force has played in that realm. They've garnered some attention, but there has been no game to take the crown off of Tarkov, and I believe this game can do it. The UI is incredibly minimalist. The environments are drenched in neon and fog. The sound design is absolutely incredible. You don't feel like you're in a shooter. You feel like you're part of something strange, like a different world. It's going to be incredibly refreshing, because after all of these years of incredibly hyper-realistic extraction looter shooters, we are over that. We need a change of pace, a change of taste, change our palettes. Now, one thing that will help this game and propel it to the limelight is this is going completely crossplay on day one. We do not know what that means, if it's just for certain raids, if it's for rank. You could play on controller. Like when I play controller on PC, I play claw, or I could play mouse and keyboard if my fingers are not, it just depends. It also means that you can cross save across multiple platforms. You don't have to just stay to one account. You want to play on PC? Sure. You want to hop on PS4 because you're feeling to play on the 70-inch TV in the living room? Go for it. Play on the same account. Keep grinding. There's also one big thing that we have to know is the alpha comes out on April 23rd. This is Bungie letting the community in early, and they're known for listening. And if you don't know, if you sign up for the alpha, it's US only, and you have to sign an NDA, so you cannot leak shit. Essentially, you get to play a game that'll be incredibly good, but you have to understand it's an alpha right now. This alpha will essentially shape the game's core, and if you're lucky enough to get in, you're helping make Marathon amazing at launch. This shows that they have extreme confidence in their game, they want a lot of feedback, and they want players involved. That's a very good sign. Of course, it's not all lilies and roses and butterflies and bunnies jumping. No, let's keep it 100% real here. There's going to be some issues, and we have to watch out for some things. Marathon launches with only 3 maps, and that's not a lot. It could feel a little light. There may not be a lot of ambiance. We do not know, especially for veterans of this category. Like if you're a person that plays Escape from Tarkov, they have so many maps in that game. It's unbelievable. Also, this game is not free to play at all. It's not. This is a complete shift in the gaming category, because everything nowadays is free to play, and this is not. Warzone dominates, Fortnite dominates, Apex dominates, all free to play. Tarkov, on the other hand, is like a $250 game that a lot of people play. So again, who knows how this could go? They'll have to show extreme value in their product for their price. One big thing that people always like to know about in looter shooters are wipes. What am I going to do if I lose all my gear at the end of the season? I don't even want to play because I have a full-time job. I literally don't have any time to grind. And by the end of the season, where I've got all my stuff that I want, it just all goes away. It's not fair. That's what a lot of people say, but some people hate losing all their stuff at the end of the season. Some people love it. It's a hit or miss. This is going to be an extremely large dividing line, and what they have to do is pick one and stick to it. I would recommend they go for a wipe-based extraction shooter because it just helps with the economy. If there's no wipes, people get incredibly rich, and then they have no reason to play in the end game. It's just how it is. What I would recommend is they make a longer season so people with full-time jobs, which is basically all of us, can have time to grind. But on the contrast to this, you have to give something for those really high-end players to be able to get over the season. Because if they have nothing to do, what they're going to end up doing is pub stomping lobbies and making people quit the game. So it's an incredibly difficult thing to balance, and they have to do better on this compared to other looter shooters. Like, for an example, Psycho Frontier absolutely bombed on this. They were a wipe-based game, and then the last season they said, no one likes wipes, let's just switch. And then their game shut down. So let's not go that route, please. Last thing, let's just wrap this all up because I've ranted and raved, and I truly, in my heart, believe this is going to be the #1 extraction shooter in the market. Hit that like button, drop a subscription, because if you know my style in the past, I upload a lot of good guides, a lot of great gameplay videos, and it's all going to be marathon on September 23rd. And with that being said, thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. I hope to catch you on Tau Senti 4. See you there. Deuce.